my name is Brad Hasson. I'm the Director of Lab Operations at MilliporeSigma. I work out of Rockville, Maryland. I cover next-gen sequencing laboratories based in Rockville, Maryland, as well as the UK and Scotland. I'm here at the PDA conference in Brussels. I gave a talk the other day on the use of next-generation sequencing technologies for adventitious agent detection, specifically in a SARS-CoV-2 challenge agent.
Do you think next-generation sequencing will eventually replace traditional IV methods?
Yes, I do. There's a little bit more to that, though. In terms of in vivo testing, yes, I believe there's a lot of data out there. We were presented with plenty of data today from PDA initiatives around the world that indicate that NGS, next-generation sequencing for adventitious agent detection, can eventually replace in vivo animal model testing. So one of the reasons why I think this is a really good thing is, we're using a lot of animal models around the world right now. So this would be reduction in the use of animal models, which is generally a good thing, right? We don't have to continue to sacrifice animals in order to determine that drugs and products are safe. So definitely I think in vivo, it's got legs. In terms of in vitro assays, maybe. I mean, right now, NGS can be used in conjunction with in vitro assays, and the two kind of work hand in hand. So we have in vitro assays that will tell us within the cell lines that we test if you have an infectious virus. It'll tell you that you have an infection. It won't tell you what it is. Next generation sequencing, though, does have the ability to tell you exactly what that is, but it can't tell you if it's infectious. So the two almost kind of work hand in hand. I don't think one is going to go away. Do I think you can use one over the other and then confirm with the second technology? Yes. Now what that is going to depend on your product and the risk assessment that you perform, and the methods that you agree to with the agency for your product.
How important is regulatory support, such as the revision of ICH-Q5, in advancing the use of NGS?
So I think regulatory support is absolutely critical for advancing any new technology, not just next-generation sequencing. So there are a lot of interest groups out there as well. AFTIG has various members around the world. That group has grown, as we've seen this morning, to over 200 members that are performing next-gen sequencing assays, improving the use of the technology. So I think interest groups like this, revisions to Q5A that guide general testing recommendations around the world are critical, and I'm glad to see that they're very supportive of the use of NGS. And I mean, once those revisions come out and NGS is included in there, I think that's going to be a great thing to progress NGS moving forward.
So do you think the adoption of NGS will happen a lot more rapidly than the adoption of rapid micro methods to replace the sterility test?
Right. So that's a good question. So I mean, next-gen sequencing, even though it's called next-gen sequencing, has been around for almost 20 years. I mean, it's spent a lot of time, discovering what the technology can do, and it has progressed a lot. Most recently, especially with the COVID pandemic and the need for speed and wanting to test for adventitious agents faster as you move through the clinic. So I think that it has a lot of regulatory support right now. At MilliporeSigma, where I work at BioReliance, we are already running GMP NGS tests. We're actively involved with clients in discussions. We support filings with all the various agencies. We support transitions to next-gen sequencing. I'm working with several clients right now. So the agency is accepting it. We've actually had clients file with NGS. We've fielded regulatory questions on that. And so the agency is supportive, as they always have been, with the use of new technology, as long as the method is well validated, well qualified, and well characterized. So, yep.